This is one of the key stories of my life, because it really is true that this song of Hildegard's, this Kyrie, changed my life. I had, for most of my adult life, had this deep yearning. You know, I like to use Hildegard's word, longing, to sing in public, to sing and perform on stages, and do it as a soloist. I sang in plenty of choirs, and that was easy. But once I tried to sing by myself on a stage, I would be overcome with what felt like a panic attack, and it was intense. It was like I couldn't breathe, and it was terrible because I so wanted to sing. And I remember one of my vocal coaches actually said to me, "You should just stop singing and consider psychiatry. You just, you know, so messed up, you need help." Well, thankfully I had enough strength inside me to say, okay, I'm not going to go and find that teacher again. But this was a real obstacle in my life, this terror, this deep, deep fear of singing in public by myself. And so the way that this song helped me is I was studying on my doctoral journey, and I had finally gotten to the class on St. Hildegard, and I had taken 90% of my coursework, and finally they offered the Hildegard course. And so there I was in a group of people learning about St. Hildegard of Bingen. There were about 25 of us. And in the mornings before we went into the seminar, we would sing her music together. And so our teacher, her name was Norma Gentile, an amazing scholar of Hildegard's music and performer. She taught us the first phrase of this Kyrie. And I was loving every second of it. I was in my group of fellow students singing away, and just, you know, it just felt like I was riding the waves of St. Hildegard of Bingen. And then she said, okay, now I want those of you who feel like you've really mastered the first phrase, and it's, you know, a 4-phrase song, and she only taught us that first phrase. But I had, you know, I had gotten it down. I felt confident. So she said, okay, I want a group of you that feel you really can carry this phrase on your own to go in the middle of a circle. So I'm like, okay, I'll still be in a group. It'll be fine. I go in the middle of the circle, and then in the outer circle, they were the drone, and they just went, Kyrie, Kyrie, Kyrie. So, and there were a good 20 people in the outer circle, and then there were a handful of us in the middle. And she, thank God, said to us in the middle, okay, I want you all to hold hands. So we were definitely in this together. And so as the drone was going, we sang Kyrie in the middle. And she then, on top of that, sang the whole song. So it was like this symphony of Hildegard's Kyrie. And I was just, you know, bathed in the sound and just loving it. And then something remarkable happened. At the time, I probably would never have used the word remarkable because it was extremely scary, and it came in a very unexpected way. All of a sudden, I felt like I was having one of my panic attacks, and I couldn't breathe, and I just felt like I was losing consciousness almost. Got very weak, and thankfully, as I said, I was holding on to the people's hands on either side of me. So I felt like they were holding me as I just doubled over in this terror. And I would even venture to say it was even more intense than my previous panic attacks. I really did not know if I was coming or going. It was that intense. And so I remember as I was going over, hearing the song leader's voice saying, is there any image that's coming up for you right now? And the thing was, there was an image coming up for me. And it was an image of a painting I had done, I kid you not, the week before in a different class. I call this my creature painting. And I want to tell you a little bit about this painting because when I painted it, you know, it was that wonderful painting teacher who said, play, 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 play. Well, that particular day, this lady didn't play. She was overcome with this sense of taking the paintbrush and pounding my paper. Just bang, 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 bang. And I was in a very safe environment, and I just trusted that's what my soul wanted to express. Well, that pounding of the green paint, and you can see there are these dots, if you will, of darker paint. That's how this painting started. And then this whole creature kind of emerged as I was painting. And I knew when I painted this that this creature was me. And that's all I knew until this day with Hildegard's Kyrie. And as the singing ended, my breath came back. And I knew I had to get outside, get under the trees. This class was taking place in the woods of North Carolina, beautiful forest. I went out into the forest and I sat by a tree and I just let myself breathe and shake and quake, and it all came out. You know, and my understanding of these bullets is that this was the messages of the world, the attacks, if you will, that I had received and been subjected to as I had tried to claim myself as an artist. There was a lot of experience and what I just consider a wave of negation and put down that I had lived through. And in that morning, I released it all. And from that day forward, I was able to sing. And sing by myself, and record my voice. All of that fear was gone. So I know that this phrase of Hildegard's, because we didn't sing the whole song that morning, it was that one phrase. It's very powerful. And I know that as any of us learn it and really take it in, it can help us in ways we can't even imagine. So I'm really excited to be sharing this. And yeah, I'm not afraid at all to sing, even in front of the camera. Yay! Thank you, Hildegard.